Alrighty, everyone, it is time for the conclusion of DSP versus the Internet, episode 80. We are currently in the submissions tier videos going through random select. Let's see what's next.
My name is Boxy.
This is Sparta! All your days are belong to us.
Hi everyone, this is
These are old memes.
Jolly Bitman.
These are super old memes. How old is this video? 15 years old, no wonder. These are very old memes. These were memes when I was just starting as a YouTuber. These were the memes that people talked about on YouTube. So no wonder it's so old. It's a short video. Let's go ahead and check it out. Okay.
Chocolate rain.
Chocolate Rain. How old is that? Oh my god, I forgot about... They used to call this Epic Hamster, but then they found out that it's a prairie dog. So then they renamed it like Dramatic Prairie Dog. That shit was all over the internet back then. It's awesome. That's a cool clip. Oh, that too. That dancing guy was imitating Napoleon Dynamite.
Here we go. It's a trap 9,000!
Yeah, it's all the old memes.
Dr. Octagonopus.
Leather belt. Oh, leave Benny alone!
Oh my god.
Leroy!
Leroy Jenkins is way old. Way old. What the fuck is this? What was that?
Kind of in a blue mood again today.
I don't even know what the fuck these are. Oh my god, they had the Numa Numa kid. That's old as shit too. Rick Roll, of course. That was classic back then.
The balls are inert.
Some of these I don't even recognize.
What the fuck? It's time to
Oh man, what a headbutt. Now hold on a second, because I don't think this is correct. I think this video is not in the playlist. It's not. Oh wait, no it is. From a guy, his name is Erect Cock. What the fuck? What? The name of the channel is Erect Cock. Okay, so this is in the playlist. Alright, I just want to make sure it was in the playlist. It seems like maybe it was an unrelated video that got played there. Okay. What the hell?
Hello, everyone. Fuck you. I'm Scott, president of Scott.
Launcher. Look at my beautiful weapon.
Very cool.
What the hell is going on?
Hello, of Japan. I'm Pizza, president of Japan. Pizza. Have you heard of me?
Brainrot.
Have you heard of Hatsune Miku? My amazing Hatsune Miku collab. Today, I'd like to announce a new Hatsune Miku featuring President of Domino's Pizza. Sauce. Domino's ass.
This is real?
Featuring Japan. Here's you.
I had no idea that it existed. A pizza, I almost said Pizza Hut. A Domino's Pizza Hatsune Miku crossover. They actually did one, huh?
Hatsune Miku exists in a sauce called my amazing President of Domino's Pizza. Vocaloid enables you to produce sauce. A character named my amazing Hatsune Scott sings the sauce. Create. Wait,
what? What is this?
Sauce. You can create pizza. You can create Hatsune Miku. You can create my hum as you like. Just like my amazing. Very cool. I knew our
Nostalgia
talented
critic in
Hatsune Miku could work together.
Dude, it's such brain rot. Why the hell is Nostalgia Critic in the video? What is going on? It's so insanely wild.
Create comes from Japan. Sauce, Bokoro pizza, ring, chokyoshi. Kyoshi. Have you heard of Kyoshi? My collab. Kyoshi. I'm fucking with my very cute Kyoshi.
Here we go!
What is happening?
I lied. Vocaloid sauce have been created with all over Japan. The challenge was to and this new.
So did they do a Domino's Pizza Hatsune Miku crossover event in Japan where you do something on their website and it orders a pizza or something? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out exactly what he's saying, but I mean, it's just nonsensical. You can't figure anything out from it, right? All right, I think we've seen enough of this. I think we could go to the next video. What the heck?
O modern audience, wherefore art thou, modern audience?
Oh, I wanted to see what that was. What was that he was quoting there? Oh, video game. So Flintlock, where only 157 people played it. 233 in a 24-hour peak. Concord, or about 1,000 people playing it. Saints Row, only about 145 people. I don't even know what Tales of Kenzazao is. I've never heard of it. Suicide Squad, Immortals of Avium, Shadow Gambit, Forspoken, and The Crew Motorfest. Okay.
Where they at, though?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Life So Crazy. It's the Vongola Boss here. It has been a pretty wild week in gaming in what has been a low-key summer. Black Myth Wukong went bananas, selling 10 million in 3 days and becoming the second highest concurrent played game on Steam as a single-player game. Then you have games like Dustborn and Concord releasing and immediately being dead on arrival. Steam numbers only tell a part of the story, but they still give a solid estimate of how a game is doing. And these two titles are going out sad. Like dog. Lord of the Rings Gollum had higher numbers. One of the buggiest.
I know, a negative meme game. Everyone knew it was bad, but they bought it because it was so bad they wanted to see how bad it was. Did better than good games that were intended to be good.
Earliest received titles of 2023. So I ask again, where is the modern audience? The real question is, will the industry actually learn something from this? I'm pressing X to doubt. You know it's bad when games media is putting out articles begging gamers to give something a chance, and honestly,
No, I don't think I will.
at that point, you need to come to terms with the fact the marketing team did not understand the assignment. If you have to ask people to try your game instead of offering them something that naturally piques their interest, you've long since lost the plot. I think you could make an exception for indie games that have to go above and beyond in order to get their name out there, but in the case of Concord, when you're featured as a headline title at a state of play, you have no excuses. At first glance, it started off as a bootleg Guardians of the Galaxy and got less and less appealing the more they revealed. This could be a topic for an entirely separate video, but it seems today the realities, or rather harshness, of creating games and entertainment in general seems to be lost on a segment of gamers who are fans but of the parasocial variety. I don't know when it started. My guess is when people became able to interact with these companies on social media, but in case you forgot, this is a business, a cutthroat one at that. But because games can strongly resonate with people and the element of artsy creative vibes, that gets forgotten. Prime example is people claiming that games deserve a chance because of how much effort went into making them, as if the relationship between the producer and consumer isn't based solely on delivering a good.
I apologize because I should have turned on subtitles for this. That's totally my fault. I agree with this point here. Today, you hear so much about, all the amount of money and time and dev work and talent that went into the game. Yeah, but did you make something people want to play? Right? That's like saying, hey, everyone, look, I made a new car. But by the way, the car is a one lopsided, three-wheeled jalopy that looks like shit and drives horribly. No one wants that car. So I don't care how much time, effort, money, and dev team went into making that car. If it's a piece of shit no one wants, it doesn't matter. You need to be making products people actually want in order to be successful in business. It seems to me these days, modern game developers and or producers and or these big companies don't understand this. You need to make something people want. Did you do any market research, or did you just try to copy another company and pump out a shitty game? Like is what happened here with Concord, is they just tried to copy things that already existed, but then shove modern tropes and themes into it down your throat. But who said they wanted that? You can't just accept that, oh, but we put all this $100 million into it. So, I don't care. I don't care how much you put into it, right? It doesn't make any sense. All you need to do is give people what they want. Ask what people want, figure out what people want, give them what they want, profit. Not hard to figure out. If you keep making movies, video games, TV shows that are not what people want, you're not going to be successful. So, where is the modern audience? They're waiting to be given products they want. That's it. It's that simple. That's the answer. Make the product that we desire and you will have people buy it, right? Everyone bought Black Myth Wukong because it's the first real major Journey to the West game. It's got great graphics. It looks like a great game to play, right? It's a little different from the Souls formula. It has some of the Souls elements, but plays a little different. It's a great experience that people want, right? How the hell did you think that people were going to want to play a fucking Overwatch knockoff when no one even plays Overwatch, right? Like the Marvel Rivals game, the reason it's going to sell, and I say sell, what I mean is microtransactions because it's free, is because it has the Marvel license, right? It has a Marvel license. People will want to play it. Spider-Man fighting against, you know, whoever's in it, Hulk or the supervillain Magneto. That's cool to be able to control those characters and have them go at it in a third-person action game that kind of plays like a hero shooter, right? That's different than to say, here's just another generic hero shooter with characters you don't care about, that you even have already seen in other tropes or stereotypes that you don't care about, right? Like, all you have to do is act the fucking gamers, and you get your answers. It's not like gamers are quiet and don't want to talk. They're all over everywhere, constantly. If anything, it sounds like they listen to the wrong people. Like, who on the fuck told you to make Concord? 3-4 years ago, people should have said, don't make Concord. And they made it in 2024. All right, I mean, we don't even have to continue with the video, because I already, we've already answered the question. Where's the modern audience? They're here. They have wallets. They're willing to open the wallet and spend as long as you give them a product they want. But you have to listen to them and give them what they want. Don't tell them what they should like. Give them what they want. There you go. Okay. Let's continue.
There are 2 huge reasons why I believe there is nothing to fear when it comes to death. Reason number 1 is going to appeal.
How long is it? 8 minutes. Okay.
To a more scientific-based, analytical person. And reason number 2 is going to appeal to the more spiritual person. But they're both great reasons, and they both make me not fear death. Number 1, and I saw this so significantly when becoming a hospice nurse. I didn't totally see it when I was an ICU nurse, but then after like the first year becoming a hospice nurse, to truly see how the body biologically helps us at the end of life was mind-blowing to me and totally made me not fear death. Because biologically, our body is...
People are saying skip. Why? What are you afraid of? Why? People are like, skip. What are you, scared? People are freaking out in chat. What's wrong with you? I approach any video with the same, level of curiosity and giving it a chance. I'm not going to eliminate this video. Are you guys scared of death? Right? Holy crap. All right.
Built to live, built to survive birth, and built to help us die. And I saw that firsthand, and I still see that firsthand as a hospice nurse. So let me explain. I've said this before in other videos, but I'm just gonna keep reiterating it so everyone can hear it over and over again. Our bodies are biologically built to die. When the body knows that it's getting towards the end of life, especially on hospice when you're dying a natural death, you're dying from something, but you're allowing the natural progression to happen. Mechanisms kick in that are built into the body to help us die. Example 1, our calcium levels go up. When your calcium levels go up, you start sleeping more. So your body just sleeps and sleeps and sleeps and sleeps, which is nice. People always say, I want to just fall asleep and die. That is kind of what can gradually happen. Also, your body knows that it's shutting down. It's getting near the end. So it'll slowly start kicking in the mechanisms to shut off the feeling of hunger and the feeling of thirst. And you will start not eating and drinking more and more. So this gradual thing happens where you are sleeping a lot more, eating and drinking a lot less, sleeping a lot more, eating and drinking a lot less. And the body is doing that all for us. And when that starts happening, your body will eventually kick into ketosis, which releases endorphins, which makes you feel good and dulls pain. So the body does this all naturally without us doing anything as medical professionals. And to watch that as a medical professional firsthand, see it over and over again, it is fascinating and it is comforting. Reason number 2, again, like I said, is going to appeal more to people who have faith or a faith in an afterlife, spirituality, religion. It'll appeal more to that group, but it's still a fascinating story and I love it. And it's one of the huge reasons why I don't fear death, hence why I talk about it all the time. I used to be so afraid to tell these stories because they sound so crazy, but then people will ask me why I don't fear death, And this is a really big reason why. So like I've said before in a million other of my videos, there are some medical phenomena that happen at the end of life that we can't explain that do also comfort me, like the visioning, death stare, the death reach, all of those things that I've witnessed are also comforting. But the big reason is something that I experienced with a patient. It's one of my favorite stories, and it's the main reason why I don't fear death. So here's that story. I had a patient come onto hospice. He was young. We got close, not just me and him, but him and the whole hospice team. We really helped him. He ended up living a lot longer on hospice. He didn't have tons of friends and family, so we were like his friends and family, the whole team. And we really helped him with a lot of struggles with mental health and physical health, obviously, because he was on hospice. So we all got really close to him. Him and I would have tons of existential conversations just because we both like talking about it, about what happened at the end of life. Was he scared? What did he think happened? All the things. By the end of his life, when he was actively dying, I had a continuous care nurse in his home that was with him 24 hours a day. So I, as the case manager, would come in very quickly every day just to check in with the continuous care nurse and see how he was doing. On his last day alive, I could tell he would die that day because he was actively dying. And once you're a nurse for a while, you can kind of pick up on those things. He had all the things. He was unconscious, changes in breathing. He had the death rattle. He looked very comfortable. And I told the continuous care nurse to text me when he died because I figured it would be that day. Before I left, I kind of sat by his bed quietly and just sort of said my goodbyes to him in my head. Quick.
It's such a big suspenseful buildup, right? I just want to hear the payoff. All right, here we go.
And then I left. I wasn't sad. I was happy for him. I knew we had done a good job. I knew he was comfortable and I knew he'd be okay. When I was in my car charting outside of his house and like getting ready to move on to the next patient, before I moved on, I kind of sat quietly again and like thought about him and how I'd miss him, and just he was just such a wonderful guy that I was just thinking of him. When suddenly, and this is the crazy part, suddenly I heard his voice in my head, and it was kind of like I was transformed to like another place, just where time stood still and I could like feel all of these amazing feelings that I feel like he was giving me. And he was in my head saying my name, and I'm smiling now because that's the feeling I got when he said my name. He was like, "Oh my gosh, Julie."
Now, this is, I know everyone in chat, they're like, miracle or crazy? Miracle, crazy. I know. You know, personally for me, okay, I have never experienced anything like this in my life. I'm just going to be clear with all of you. Everyone asked me, did you ever experience something supernatural? Did you ever experience something, you know? No, I haven't. So for me, hearing this from my rational experience mindset, yeah, it's hard to believe. For sure. It's very hard to believe. But at the very same time, how can you prove or disprove what she's saying? Maybe she does believe she heard a voice. Maybe she did hear a voice. I mean, I don't know. Well.
Oh my gosh, if I only would have known. If I only would have known, he kept saying. And he was kind of like telepathically telling me things without even saying words. And the feelings that I was.
That's it. She felt a connection to the guy as he passed, and he says, if only I would have known this is what it is. And there you go. Now she's not afraid because she feels like she had a connection with someone who was dying. I mean, yeah. I mean, if this is real, right, and I did experience that, then that probably would have changed me too. If you heard someone actively who you've been spending all this time with on their last legs, and then they die, and then somehow you're still hearing them talking to you, and they're saying, oh my God, you know, it's so amazing. If only, you know, I would have known all along this is what it was like, I wouldn't have been afraid. Yeah, it probably would change my opinion too. But I've never certainly seen anything like that, nor have we seen anything documented of something to this effect, correct? All right, let's continue. Let's go to the next video. We have time for 1 or 2 more videos this week.
This message from a Norwegian prude. I was sent to take out a particular dude. Nick's been framed. It was all a dirty gay up. We had it all planted by a dirty gay cop. Mr. Rekieta has got to go, so a little plan was hatched by the local 5-0. No one in this town is even gonna know that we planted the guns and the mountain of blow. We're gonna lie. under oath. Nothing you can do, so screw you both. Probable cause, who gives a fuck? We're taking down a whore and a big-nosed cuck. We have reason to believe that you're abhorrent, so shut up, cuck. The judge signed the warrant. Mr. Rekieta had his rights violated, while Kayla was getting her ass dilated. We're going to
I feel like this is the kind of content, I mean, if I'm on Kino Casino and they're watching videos, I don't necessarily think this is I want to watch 3 minutes of this. Like, I get it. The guy's a mess, right? Isn't he, though? Yes, Canadian Kurt says he's going to get a plea deal. He's good to go selling the house. He got a plea deal, right? He's not actually going to have, like, he's not going to have major jail time or anything, supposedly. I think, but he had to plead. I don't know what he plead. I don't know, because I'm not following this. Again, this is what do they call this? There's a word for it. The sector or something. I'm not in that sector. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the sector. I don't care to be constantly in the drama sector. All right? So, you know, I played some of it, but I'm definitely not going to listen to 3 minutes of this. I don't care about butts and orifices and plea deals and, you know. Again, if I'm in the vicinity of people watching the videos, and then I can watch as a neutral third party, and then I can comment, that's one thing. But I don't have nothing to do with this. I can't even comment on it because I don't even know the situation. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Big Mac, thank you for 9 months as a member. I appreciate that. He said, "What's up, Phil? We're just adjourning, Big Mac. It's been a good show. It's been a good variety show today for sure. I've enjoyed myself. All right, let's see what's next."
Hey everyone, it's Tyler the Antenna Man with a bombshell announcement. I am the victim of a Ponzi scheme. Yes, I know this video has nothing to do with TV antennas, but I want to make it to get this off my chest and explain what exactly happened with the hope to save some potential investors from ending up in the same situation. This video might also help victims of Ponzi schemes understand that they are not stupid and that anyone can become a victim. In addition, this video will give a much-deserved moment of shame to the individuals responsible, considering that my YouTube channel likely reaches more people than the small-town newspapers that covered this story. If you're watching this video and personally know me, whether you're a friend or relative, please don't bring it up. It's bad enough that I'm in this situation, and I don't want it to be brought up continuously over the next few weeks as I see some...
So, 100K views. This is a guy who apparently does antenna videos. Yeah, look. Antennas. This is his channel. It's about antennas. And he actually got involved in a Ponzi scheme, so now he's gonna talk about it? Alright, I'm fascinated. Okay.
Some of you in person. So how did I become a victim of a Ponzi scheme and what exactly happened? It all began about 2 years ago towards the end of 2022. With high inflation and low interest rates, I was looking for ways to grow my savings with the goal of long-term retirement growth. I saw an ad from a company called Agridime that advertised a unique type of investment in the form of cattle. Yes, cows. I will try my best to explain exactly how it worked. You see, Agridime was a beef company. They purchased cattle, raised them, and then sold the beef in local stores and online. As a way to expand their operations, investors were given the opportunity to purchase heads of cattle at about $2,000 each, which the company would then raise, sell the beef, and share the profits in the form of a 15 to 20% return paid to the investor a year later. At the time, I thought about the price of beef and the whole thing made sense to me. You have what looks like a successful beef company that wants to purchase more cattle and has given investors an opportunity to get a piece of the pie. This is honestly how most investments work. After doing some research, I decided to purchase a few heads of cattle, and about a year later, towards the end of 2023, the company actually returned my initial investment along with a 20% return as promised.
Okay.
A few weeks later, in November 2023, I received an email from Agridime founder Josh Link thanking me for my support and if I wanted to invest in cattle again. Since the first investment went well, I decided to invest in more cattle, but this time...
So the whole thing's fake. Holy shit. The whole thing's fake. You pay in, you get your first investment back, so then you think, oh, I'm going to invest way more because this works, and it was all a Ponzi scheme. Holy shit. That's wild because it's hidden behind it like a good story, and you think it's real. I wonder, would there be any way to vet the company to make sure that it was real before he did this? Or is it just like a giant gamble? I don't know.
Time with significantly more money and actually about a quarter of my life savings. I felt that I made a good decision to invest in American farmers instead of a multi-billion-dollar corporation.
Right, I can understand that.
Payout wasn't due for
sure.
about a year later in November 2024, so I didn't really pay attention to anything for months. However, I randomly logged onto the Agridime website a few days ago and saw this message that made my stomach drop. Agridime is now under SEC investigation for allegedly operating a Ponzi scheme. The complaint alleges that the company did not purchase significant cattle with the capital from investors, but instead used the revenue from new investments to pay old investors, and on top of that, paid over $11 million to founders Jed Wood, Josh Link, Link's wife, and other Agridime associates. Assuming that these allegations are true, this is a textbook definition of a Ponzi scheme, and a lot of money is tied up in it. Agridime collected about $191 million from over 2,000 investors over the years, so a lot of people are involved in this. Now, there are a few silver linings in this case that I will try my best to explain correctly, as I do have to translate some legal gibberish here. A receiver was appointed to handle the case, which supposedly helps recover investor funds and avoids a bankruptcy. In addition, a potential sale of Agridime is taking place, which might help pay back investors over the course of several years, but I'm not really getting my hopes up. How does it feel to be the victim of a Ponzi scheme? It sure doesn't feel good. Ever been scammed a few $100s? Amplify that by 100. It's not just a potential money loss either. The whole situation has impacted my confidence as an individual. While I understand that I couldn't have seen this thing coming, I still feel dumb and full of regret, as I'm sure many victims do.
Yeah, it's sad because, like he said, he wanted to invest, but he wanted to invest in something that he could feel good about. He felt, I'm helping farmers, I'm helping Americans do good business and succeed in an economy right now that's really effing bad. And he thought that he was not only going to make out from it, but he was going to help other, you know, what I see, it's like go hand in hand. We all collectively win together instead of just me winning. So, yeah, that's sad. And I wonder what'll happen, you know? I really do. I wonder what'll happen with those investments. Will people ever get any of their money back, or is it all gone? You heard what he just said. He said a few $100s times 100. So he's basically spent around $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 on this investment, and he blew it. And, you know, for a YouTuber of his stature, he's bringing in, let's see how his normal videos do. This gave him 100K views, right? I'm curious, like, how does his channel normally perform? It's a respectable channel. He's putting out videos that are bringing in around 20,000 views. Every week or 2 weeks, there's a new video or two. See that? So, he's probably making okay money, right? He's probably making good money. A 30K investment for a guy of his size is a huge problem, right? Absolutely. So, yeah, that's bad. And I really wonder what's going to happen to this guy. Also, this guy sadly got demonetized for invalid traffic, and that's a problem that we heard about from another content creator last year. Wonder what's causing that. Looks like he got it fixed, which is good. But, yeah, a guy like this guy's not filthy rich, right? At all. He's not filthy rich for the content he's making. 20, 30 grand investment loss could hurt this guy bad. So, I hope that the right thing happens. All right. Well, anyway, guys, thank you for watching DSP versus the Internet. I hope that you enjoyed my show this week.
It's Tyler.
It was a good variety of stuff, right? A good variety of topics discussed. A good variety of videos. Thank you to everyone who submitted, and thanks to those who are members of this channel who support it. If you would like to be part of the fun next week, become a member today. The ultra level members, we're guaranteed to watch your videos. And then as you can see, these submissions tier, we go into the random playlist. And how many did we watch this week? We watched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We watched 10 out of the 23. About halfway. Not bad, right? So there you go. Thank you guys. I will hopefully see you next week for episode 81 of DSP versus the Internet. Peace out.